you sure you're free? What else would I be doing?
Hey YouTube, this is Jeff, aka 101 Bronson, bringing you the next monthly update collection. This time we're going to cover all the pickups for the month of August 2022. Made a few pickups this month, actually the day before I shoot this, before I'm shooting this I should say, update video, which is the last day of August. I did actually go back to the physical media store in Germany, and I figured, let's see if they got something worthwhile on there. And I did come home with a few tiles, a little stack, I think of 6 tiles. Or then I picked up a couple of cool things on Amazon and what have you, and so yeah, without any further ado, I'm very excited to show you all. Hope you're just as excited to watch. So without any further ado, let's just jump into the pickups, physical media pickups for the month of August 2022. Here we go. Before getting to the movie pickups, and I did forget to show this the first time I filmed this, so I'm editing it in right now. I did pick up a soundtrack, and not really soundtrack, compilation album of James Bond theme songs. These are all 25 main James Bond theme songs. Well, actually, technically it's 26 because they have both the themes from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, both the Louis Armstrong and the Kick-Ass main instrumental theme by John Barry. Let's see, YouTube give me a copyright strike for that. Ha! Probably jinx it now. Damn. Other than that, you got all the main title tracks. You got the James Bond theme from Dr. No, From Russia with Love by Matt Monroe, Goldfinger from Shirley Bassey, Thunderball from Tom Jones, and so forth and so forth. Right up until the latest song, No Time to Die by Billie Eilish. And they're on 2 discs. Nothing really much in terms of booklet for this one. It's called, of course, the CD is called The Best of Bond, James Bond. It's got all the titles. Like I said, here's disc 1, disc 2 right there, nice gun barrel motif. Always do like the gun barrel design. It's one of my favorite. I guess let's see if there is anything to discuss in the booklet. I don't think there was much in it. I have opened it before, but let's see. Oh no, you just got all the tracks and the copyright and stuff for it. Yeah, right up until No Time to Die. Oh, you do have a cool, again, gun barrel design with Bond in it. Can't tell which Bond it is. I don't think we've seen this pose in the gun barrels from the movies, but yeah, of course you got some licensing stuff, and so yeah, it's not, unfortunately not too much in booklet, but it's a cool CD. I've been playing the Bond songs now during my commutes to work, and let me just say, whenever I get to a song like Live and Let Die or A View to a Kill, Living Daylights, even License to Kill, and especially You Know My Name, it's just a blast driving with those songs playing. Let me just say, it's also a bit of a kick to drive with the Bond theme playing, and of course the Majesty's main theme playing, which is so kick-ass. But yeah, I mean, I love pretty much all the Bond songs except for the one that shall not be named, but I will point it out. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Jack White and Alicia Keys. I absolutely hate that travesty, but other than that, I pretty much like all the Bond songs. Especially the ones from the 60s and 70s. I mean, the 80s have some cool tracks, from A View to a Kill to License to Kill. Do like the Majority the 90s one. Wilson and Others really one that I do enjoy, along with Goldeneye. A lot of people do hate Die Another Day, but I gotta tell you, again, just like with a lot of songs on air, there's a blast driving with that song playing. Um, I used to hate it as well, but that song has really grown on me, I must say. But anyway, there you go, the best of Bond, James Bond. All right, so here we go with my August 2022 movie pickup, starting off with a DVD of a documentary on Brian De Palma, which is simply titled De Palma, which is a pretty good documentary covering pretty much all of De Palma's films, only featuring interviews by him, so it's not interviews with people that he worked with and stuff, but it's definitely a fascinating documentary, and I've been on a bit of a De Palma kick this month. I picked up also 2 of his movies, and I'm still yet to pick up a couple more, but here's the documentary. And in terms of his films, I picked up Body Double, which this was a first time watch for me. Pretty sleazy 80s thriller by De Palma, which he did right after Scarface. But you know what, this was a pretty good one, starring Melanie Griffith, Craig Wasson, also featuring a uncredited or a cameo appearance from Stephen Bauer, who was in Scarface. But yeah, pretty good film. Next up is Casualties of War, again by Brian De Palma, this German edition featuring the theatrical and extended cut, starring Michael J. Fox, Sean Penn, and with a music score by Ennio Morricone. Yeah, great Vietnam War film. This is one that I've always heard about, I've always wanted to check out, but I just kept postponing it. But now finally I picked up this Blu-ray and I watched the extended cut, and it's a damn good film. I really enjoyed it, so yeah. Next up, I picked up a Chuck Norris title, which this is a upgrade for me. I previously had this film on DVD. It's my favorite Chuck Norris film, Lone Wolf McQuade, starring Chuck Norris and David Carradine, directed by Steve Carver, who also previously directed Chuck Norris, and I think it was Good Guys Wear Black. I could be wrong, but I know they previously worked together. Also the late great L.Q. Jones in this film, and the lovely and beautiful Barbara Carrera. Yeah, this is my favorite Chuck Norris film, for just having this modern day spaghetti western feel to it. Very Ennio Morricone-esque score by Francesco Damasio, who did scores for many spaghetti westerns. And it, like I said, definitely feels like a modern day spaghetti western. I haven't checked out this Blu-ray yet, but I'm told that the print is excellent, so I am looking forward to revisiting it. Lone Wolf McQuade. Next up, of course, one of my previous videos is the updated Robert De Niro collection. Now I picked up a couple of De Niro films that were featured in that video, because it was his birthday this month. So you would have seen some of these films already. 2 films arrived after that video, but so I'm not gonna waste too much time on this film. On these films, this is The Comeback Trail, Tommy Lee Jones, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, a film which I did enjoy. I think this is one of the more recent De Niro films from 2019, 2020. Yeah, one that I enjoyed. Taking place in the old glory days of Hollywood, sort of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood-esque. This one I didn't show in the De Niro updated collection video, which this is the media book of The Deer Hunter. Now, previously only had The Deer Hunter on DVD. Now I have a limited media book from Germany, limited only to 250 copies. They did multiple covers, but I prefer this one the best. As you can see, it has a removable cardboard, whatever you call it. I'm blanking on what to call it now, but yeah, I dig this artwork. I think it's really cool, the contrasting images of, obviously this is from the Vietnam War scenes in the film, and this is of course when he's deer hunting. I really like the contrast there. Cool sort of image of De Niro on the back. And yeah, this is a great version. Release. Great media book featuring some cool pictures. Yeah, it's just a great, fantastic film. It's always been one of my favorites, The Deer Hunter. Excellent performance across the board by everybody involved. Standout, of course, De Niro and Christopher Walken, and also the late great John Cazale. I think he does a fine job in this film. It is his last performance before he unfortunately passed away, but yeah. Next up is Killer Elite. Now this one I did show in the De Niro collection, and I said that this one was a long overdue rewatch, and I have rewatched it, and I thought it was a solid action thriller film. A good Jason Statham actioner. De Niro plays quite a big part in it. I mean, he's not in it for the entirety of the film, but I still thought it was a solid action film nonetheless. Now this one I definitely didn't show in the De Niro collection, because this one arrived a day after I uploaded that video. I should have, I mean, yeah, you never know with these things. I ordered this along with the other stack, you know, but this one arrived a bit later, so I couldn't include it in the video. But Killing Season from 2013, which I didn't know that I ordered a steelbook, but apparently I did. I thought I ordered a regular version, but lo and behold, I got this steelbook, and I'm not complaining. It's a very cool steelbook. Obviously, here's the J card. Just a flimsy piece of paper, but Dutch release edition. I thought I saw this back in the day again. I've seen it a few times, but I always thought, I was wondering if this is a scratch, or I think this is a scratch, which is a shame. But I mean, back in the day, even I thought this was a little bit underrated. This film, yes, Travolta's accent might be a bit dodgy in this one. Yes, the ending of the film is a bit unsatisfying, I guess. But I still thought this was a pretty good cat and mouse film between John Travolta and Robert De Niro, and it was just great seeing the two of them sharing the screen together. So yeah, limited edition here of Killing Season on in a steelbook. So yeah, I thought it was a good film. I'm glad to have it in my collection. Next up, New Year's Eve. Now I did watch this one. This was a first time watch for me. You know, it was okay. You know, it's one of those standard romantic comedy sort of films. De Niro has a very limited appearance in it. But it was great seeing all the people that are involved with this film. All these recognizable names and faces: Halle Berry, Ashton Kutcher, Jessica Biel, Katherine Heigl, Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah, Zac Efron I'm not the biggest fan of, but I do like Sofia Vergara, Michelle Pfeiffer, obviously, and De Niro. It was terrific seeing all the people in this, but it's not one of the best films ever. It's not the film that's going to set the world on fire. So yeah, take that as you want. Last De Niro film, The War with Grandpa, another one of his more recent ones, which reunites him with Christopher Walken. Also has Jane Seymour, Cheech Marin in it, Uma Thurman, who was with him in Mad Dog and Glory. Still need to get that film. From my understanding, the Germans have a Blu-ray of that film, so I need to get it. But yeah, you know what, this is one of those standard De Niro comedy films, but an okay one, in my opinion. Next up is this stack I picked up on a Blu-ray hunt in Germany. Picked up 6 titles. Yeah, 6 titles, which we're going to show you right now. And first up is a Arnie film, which I haven't seen yet. This is, the Germans call it Vendetta, but it's called Aftermath. Supposedly one of Arnie's better acting performances in recent years. This is not really an action film, of such. This is more of a sort of dramatic film, a drama. From what I understand, I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this. An Arnie film that has definitely slipped under the radar for me. I think, what wasn't it, Leo Geek Legion of Doom who said this was actually a really good film for Arnie? I forget who said it. But so it definitely piqued my interest in checking it out. So yeah, I will do that as soon as I get the chance. So yeah, this is Aftermath with Arnie. I don't know who else is in this. I mean, I think didn't I see Maggie Grace is in this film? Oh yeah, there she is. That's the name from Taken. Other than that, I have no idea who else is in this film. But yeah, I'm interested in checking it out nonetheless. Next up is the original Child's Play on Blu-ray. I saw this looking at me in a physical media store. I was like, yeah, you know what, this edition is coming home with me. I don't have a edition on Blu-ray of the first Chucky film. I do have the sequels on Blu-ray. So now I have my Child's Play collection complete with this original film, which yeah, it's a great film. It's a 2-disc special edition, and it has actually loads of special features, audio commentaries, TV spots, trailers, behind the scenes, making of Chucky, behind the scenes of the special effects, plenty of special features and featurettes, which is definitely an upgrade for me over my DVD edition of it, because that is definitely bare bones. I remember that. There's nothing on the DVD besides the film. But yeah, going on from one horror classic to the other, The Fog by John Carpenter. This has been a long time coming. I've seen this film once about a decade ago. I didn't remember too much about it. I saw this again in the physical media store I went to, and I was like, yeah, this baby is coming home with me. Long overdue rewatch, and it still holds up. It's still a very, very solid John Carpenter horror film. With Adrian Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, great cast overall in this film. Janet Leigh, Hal Holbrook from Magnum Force. Yeah, The Fog by John Carpenter on a 2-disc Blu-ray edition. Again, featuring plenty of special features for me to go through, which I have seen the film yet. I haven't checked out the special features, but I will definitely do that soon. Next up is a upgrade for my Sean Connery collection. Again, I saw this in the store. I was like, yes, you're coming with me. Welcome to the Rock. Yeah, Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, The Rock, Michael Bay film. Again, featuring some extras, which my DVD, once again, was bare bones. So it's a definite improvement and upgrade. So yeah, I'm glad to add this to my Connery collection. Can finally get rid of the DVD. And even though Sean Connery is in this one, it's not a Sean Connery film, but it is a film that, again, I've been wanting to pick up for a while. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from 91, 92, with Kevin Costner, Alan Rickman, and Mary Elizabeth, Master Antonio, Christian Slater, Morgan Freeman. Score by Michael Kamen, of course, featuring the Bryan Adams song "Everything I Do It For You," which I think all of us know that song. This is the extended edition. I don't think I've seen the extended edition yet, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I think I've only seen the theatrical version, so yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, featuring a small cameo from Sean Connery at the end of the film, for those that didn't know, but yeah, you know what? I've always enjoyed this film. I've seen this film quite a few times in my early teens. I really enjoyed it. So let's see if it still holds up. I mean, I do know that Alan Rickman steals the show in this film, you know, as the villain. So looking forward to watching this again. It's been a while. And last up is a very new film, Uncharted, based on the video games. This one was released, I saw it in theaters anyway, in the cinema. I think, wasn't it last February, March? I went to see this in the cinema. I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, there's a lot of CGI baloney going on in this film, but I mean, you know, it's based on a video game, so they're doing some things that they did in the video games that is damn near impossible to put on film. So I get that they have to use CGI here and there, but because the games do get very very extravagant. And I've played all the Uncharted games. They're probably one of my favorite video game series of all time. I love those games, and I think this was a fair adaptation of the games. I mean, it sort of takes its own story with story beats from some of the games. So, but I think they did a very good job with it. I was definitely pleased when I saw this in the cinema, and I'm looking forward to revisiting it here on Blu-ray. The Germans got it here, so I was like, you know what, this is again going home with me. Yeah, I do recommend Uncharted. If you are a fan of the video games, it's a pretty good one. So yeah, there you go. That's the update. There you have it. Those were the pickups for the month of August 2022. Do hope you all enjoyed seeing it. I know I had a lot of fun showing it to you as always. And of course I had a lot of fun picking these titles up and watching the majority of them. Actually, I think I watched every title this month that I picked up. I had a little bit of time to get them all in, if I can talk. I'm gonna leave that one in actually. Usually I would cut that, but I'm gonna leave that one in. So yeah, anyway, hope all you guys are doing well and staying safe and healthy out there. Once again, we're at 470 subscribers at the moment. Just want to take the time again to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to not just subscribe to my channel, but also watch my videos. I appreciate every one of you guys that watch and leave comments and all those kinds of things. I still am very humbled by the fact that so many people are willing to watch little old me. Yeah, it's definitely very humbling. I appreciate it very much. I really do. Anyway, having been said, take care of yourselves, stay safe and healthy, keep punching, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.